Normally I don't like to rush these league centers, however, when the radar is looking something like that, and I only have 2 hours before it hits, I better get it going. So, without further ado, what is going on, guys? My name's Commander, and welcome to this special House Infinity version of LeagueCenter for January 15th, 2017. We're going to cover the news right ahead. Then we are going to have, on the bottom also, you are going to be seeing all the matches for the week that have played thus far in its new layout. So comment down below if you like the layout better than what I've done previously. We're going to be going over the 3 biggest plays in the IDL Season 2 Final Championship instead of your replays for the week. And then at the end, you're going to see an awesome interview with the Season 2 IDL Champion, Corey, aka BandedCaterpie. He may have won IDL Season 1, he may have not. You should know that. But let's get in ahead right away. So, I think I just said that. But this is from the House Infinity server, from Mr. Scotty Dr. Pepper. BandedCaterpie has won IDL again, Season 2 champion of the IDL of the Infinity Draft League. Off-season starts Saturday night. That's what we were working on right now. IDL Season 3, ICL Season 2, and PMU Gold will be in soon. Yes, IDL Draft League. This is supposed to be for the reminder that all the IDL coaches will be announced by Katie Bell sometime in the near future. However, we do not know any specifics, and I'm even a coach, or I think I'm a coach. I'm on the dock, at least. I may not be. Who knows? Vamp could be like, psych, we're kicking you. Speaking of ICL, we have the ICL Championships, I believe tomorrow. Or today coming out. Well, it's today either way, because it's 1 a.m. when I'm recording this. But San Diego Chargers and Coach Combat Mystic, who I interviewed week 1 of LeagueCenter, is facing off against the last wildcard seed, Sablo, coach of the Houston Sableyes, which this is really cool. It's literally the top seed against the bottom seed. I think that just shows Sablo's, of course, these two have never faced off before. So if Mega Sablo can pull this off, that would be amazing. But San Diego Chargers may be, I think, 10-0 or 11-0. They have yet to be beat this season. So if it's a time for someone to beat them, it would be now. Also, just an offshoot, because we haven't had a whole lot of news this week due to the fact that, you know, I still have 3 more days before Wednesday's episode comes out. If you want to do something over the Martin Luther King Jr. Day, because a lot of people I know don't have school. I personally don't. I don't go back to college until Tuesday. Levo has a challenge for everyone. He's looking for creative Tapu Lele kills. So you can send it, you watch the video. I believe I may have it in the description. I don't know quite yet. Depends how much Scotty allows me to write in the description. But you can see, I've already gave my end of things. So, that is all. We are now going to move on to the replays real fast. And then from the replays, you're going to have the interview with Corey, aka BandedCaterpie. All the matches should be going on down below. As I said, if you enjoy that, comment down below, let me know that. And stay tuned Wednesday for the actual LeagueCenter of the week. So this is a little bit different for the replays. We have 3 of the replays from BandedCaterpie, coach of the Corona Caterpies, versus Dark, coach of the Elm Street Darkrise, in the IDL Season 2 Finals match. These are the 3 biggest plays. They would be, I would say 2 of them are your RCS plays. And one is, no, I'd say the last one's the RCS play. This first one here, I would put at the Action That Happened. And the other one in the middle is just something to show Dark's determination. So, first up, we have Gramble here against the Snorlax for that really shouldn't have happened play. And this changes the tide of the battle. So, in here, it's going to be a switch on Corey then to go into the letter as Dark rests up with Snorlax. up a curse. And then close combat here is going to crit. Even with the Choppleberry does half, and that is enough to screw over Dark. Even at +1, it did half. So that's the first, that shouldn't have happened. That crit really, of course, I mean, I crit Raikou. Here's Dark's determination right here. So Snorlax is going to go get out, and Medichamp's going to come in. It's going to be a switch into Gramble, just to get the Intimidate off. And it's going to be a Zen Headbutt to take out Gramble. And so here comes in Donphan. This is Dark's determination. Against a Donphan, it's only doing like 25%. So, how is he going to do it? First he gets a flinch here. He needs to do about one more Zen Headbutt. That's what he's going to happen. Then Jim's going to take the Earthquake. And then High Jump Kick's going to okay. He could have probably High Jump Kicked twice, but then Corey could have realized it. And you're about ready to see that Latios is the Arceus play of the week. Because it came down to Yachi versus Colbur. What did Corey have? So Empoleon's going to slowly be brought down with a Thunderbolt. And now here comes in Weavile. Is it Yachi or is it Colbur? It's going to turn to be Colbur. And barely lives enough to where Weavile goes down, and that completely changed the rest of the battle. Right there. If there was the chance, Dark was saying there's the chance of Icicle Crash missing, which is very true. But if Icicle Crash hit, then and then Weavile would have took out Latios, and that would have been big. Because then Salamence could have finished everything off. Even with these Moonclaw stuff. You're going to watch the rest of the battle here, as it's going to be switching to Meloetta. Roost up here, it was a Homeclaw set. Dragon Rush hit, of course, with the accuracy boost, of course. And Latios, Ice Beam, I don't know what that roll is. Probably an Oko, but it was a really good game on both ends. Congratulations again, Corey, for being the Season 2 champion. And congratulations to Dark for playing a really, really good game. That was the first time Snorlax died in the season match. But that is all. We are now going to move on to the interview with the IDL Season 2 champion. What's going on, guys? It's time for the second half of the special House Infinity League Center. We have, as you can see on screen, the IDL Season 2 champion, also the IDL Season 1 champion. Back-to-back champions, we have Corey, aka BandedCaterpie. Say what's up, Corey.
What's up, guys? BandedCaterpie here. Two-time champ. Feeling good.
I would feel good as well. You beat a lot of really good coaches, as they will see.
It was very difficult, as you'll see, because you're pulling up the schedule, so I'm sure people watching this video knows the skill that these people have with battling.
Week 1, he started off against Mud, and then went to, I believe it was Katie and not Bree, but it could have been Bree.
Correct. No, it was Katie. That was her last match before she left.
And then Pharynix, Chewy, Logic, Reggie, Vamp. A no contest on Levo, however, that came back into the semifinals with a match against Levo, and then again against Logic, and then the final match against Dark, who was also undefeated up to that point.
Yes, I technically beat all... Let's see, how many playoff teams were there? I beat a good chunk just because I played Mud in the regular season, and then I beat Logic in regular season and playoffs.
But
so it was okay.
Talk about some of your matches, like the ones that stand out the most to you.
Going back to week 1, that really stood out against Mud, just because I prepped for kind of like a Stolly Togekiss, and it ended up being Choice Scarf Togekiss, which gave me some problems because it killed my Infernape early on. I had a Meloetta set for the Togekiss being sub because I figured it would have T-waved or something, but actually worked out late game because I subbed on an Arcanine. On his Arcanine, ate a Flamethrower, which surprised me, so I was able to kill an Arcanine, and then his Mega Lopunny came in, popped the sub on the Fake Out, but was able to kill it with Scythe Shots, so that match stood out to me. And the match against Logic, just because I did not think I was going to win that match at all. Pull up the replay quick, because at one point I was really in a pickle against him. I believe I had Infernape, Clefable, and Donphan against his Nidoking, Delphox, and Umbreon. And the Infernape was on a timer, being Life Orb, so I only had a limited number of moves. So just being able to somehow work my way around that, switching in and out, just to be able to get into the final position where I defeated Dark 2-0.
Yes, I remember the Logic match. That was the first Pee Your Pants game of League Center, and that definitely was a Pee Your Pants game.
Definitely a Pee Your Pants game. Had to pull out all the stops in that one, but I knew the match against Dark was going to be hard just because we were both undefeated. Our playoff match last year where I narrowly beat him, I believe, was only because his speed investment in his Nidoqueen wasn't enough to outspeed my Staraptor, so that's why I pulled out the top secret Relic Song and Meloetta set that I only saved for a special occasion and ended up working in my favor.
It definitely did. Okay, so you've already talked about Meloetta and Infernape, but talk about your entire team, because you have a really weird Pokemon on your team, and that's Kricketot.
Are you calling out the Kricketot?
Yes.
Usually, with all my drafts, my last pick is kind of a troll pick. So I'm with a Kricketot for my Bug Bite Bro John, Sky Dr. Pepper. Kricketot actually did some work. I mean, against Katie, it took a Aerial Ace against a Crocodile to get down to a Focus Sash, then Endeavored. So it did do something useful, but usually if I draft well, I really don't need that last mon, so I just do it for fun. I mean, Season 1, I drafted majority all mascots, had Farfetch and Lapras on the team, and ended up working out there pretty well, so. I mean, just have fun with drafts, but still draft well. I mean, Mega Banette, never used it before, but it got me a free 80 points. But that pretty much only came about just because, let me look at the draft real quick. Round 4, I noticed that Clefable was still on the board, a tier 1 mom when I already had Latios. So I picked that up, and then I noticed when it came back to me that Infernape was on there, and if I really wanted Infernape, I would have had to go with a very low tier Mega, so that's why I went with Mega Banette. And Mega Banette actually did not make an appearance in my last 2 matches. Fun fact.
And then, obviously, you need talk about kind of your MVP, or at least the one that got you the most kills, that being Meloetta. You had that last season, correct?
Correct. I usually tell people to have that one mon you can trust and build a draft around no matter what, and you can rely on it, even if you do bring it every single week. And for me, that's Meloetta, whether it's a Sulfus or a Sub-Combine set. It's actually the most kills one of my Meloettas have put in a draft, with 16. I'm not sure if that was the final number, but 16 kills, 2 deaths is what's on my sheet right now. And it just puts in work because of the Assault Vest. It can wall a lot of special attackers, and every now and then you face someone who forgets that it is normal Psychic, and they try to Shadow Ball it, which of course is voided at all. So just having Meloetta being able to put in the whole work, and then just waiting. I didn't bring Moongus that much, I only brought it a couple times, which surprised me, but just in my prep it never really worked out for me. And then Granbull, I kind of just waited for Granbull, one of the better tier 5 mons in my opinion. Just wait for it for the right matchup, and that ended up being my last 2 games against Levenant and Dark. Dark having the hard physical attackers, Mega Medicham and Weavile, Levo having some things like Heatran, so I could have ran Earthquake on it. I forget what the exact set was, but I know I had like Super Fang and Toxic because of his Cresselia. So just being able to have diverse minds, Latios, there's a lot of sets you can run with that, obviously. Rotom Wash can be physically or specially defensive. Infernape just being physical and special. Just having that diversity with sets and prep was able to help me out a lot this season.
It definitely was very fun watching you play because you knew that it was either going to be down to the wire or you knew that the BandedCaterpie would pull ahead. Are you going to draft BandedCaterpie next season?
I may bring out Caterpie, you never know. I mean, like you said, my style is pretty much patient and just waiting for the opportunity. I mean, my matches were 2-0, 6-0, 4-0, 5-0, 4-0, 3-0, 2-0, 1-0, 3-0, and 2-0. So it's just kind of waiting until that moment. That's why I usually draft bulky. Usually, I guess a key to beating me, is usually you bank around the walls and like 1 or 2 sweepers at the end to just clean up. But it ended up working out. I was happy with how I went. My first undefeated season in any league I've participated in, so that's a plus for me. And we're trying to repeat for the 3rd time now that everyone's gunning for a Caterpie.
Yes, it will be fun to watch you next season. Well, thank you, Mr. Corey and Mr. BandedCaterpie, for joining us on this special House Infinity League Center episode.
Well, thank you for having me.
And we will see you, well, League Center will see you Wednesday for a very interesting episode of League Center. But for the House Infinity side, that is all. My name is Cmdr. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment down below. And we will see you again next time.